So we're halfway through the summer holidays. I hope you're having a great time and enjoying some good weather and just enjoying slowing down a little bit and hearing God's voice as well as having fun. We've already looked at Mission Mondays. We've thought about Teaching Tuesdays. What's Up Wednesday was last week. Do catch up with them if you've missed them. An opportunity for you to listen and engage and explore enjoying a meal with Jesus. This week, though, we're going to look at two different types of meals. We've got Thanksgiving Thursday and Fun Friday. Two opportunities for us to enjoy each other's company again. Just a little pause for a moment. You don't actually have to do these on the days we're talking about. I hope you've caught up with that already. You could have Thanksgiving Thursday on a Monday. That's absolutely fine. The important thing is that we weave these kind of meals into the pattern of our lives. And also, you can't try and put all of them together in 1 week. That's not going to work. You will end up having a heart attack. But remember, just try and weave these different kinds of meals into the pattern of your life to enjoy celebrating a meal with Jesus in a different way. So let's dive into the two that we've got for this week. Let's first of all think about Thanksgiving for Thursday. The Bible talks about being thankful so many times, well over 30. Thankfulness is a key part of the Christian life. Why? Well, first of all, it recognises all of the amazing things that God has given us. But secondly, and I think really importantly, many of us are quite half full kind of people. We don't always see the positive in life. We go, but this, but that. Being thankful breaks our humanness of looking at the negative all of the time. It's a fight for some of us. We have to begin to see the good things, even when life is really, really bad. If you go out of the town and into a dark field, you look up and at the beginning all you see is the dark. But then as you raise your gaze, you begin to see the beautiful stars coming out. Thankfulness is like that. Even in a dark valley, when we raise our gaze, we can see the beauty of the stars. We can see the jewels that God has given us. It's a really important discipline for us to get hold of. Food, though, is also an amazing reminder of the amazing things that God has given to us, of his amazing provision. Think for a moment about walking into a vegetable and fruit shop. Stand there and in your mind's eyes, what can you see? Look over and see a tomato. Isn't that a beautiful colour? So red or yellow. Even the green ones are quite special. What about an avocado? How weird is an avocado? With its weird outside kind of skin, it doesn't look that inviting, but then you cut through it and there's the green and the amazing seed on the inside. What about a pizza? Look at the pizza in all its beauty with the bread. How many amazing skills of God are made in that? We've got wheat and we've got flour. I mean, it's just an amazing thing. And then all the colours on the top of a beautiful pizza. Food reminds us not only of God's provision for us, but also of his creativity and his beauty in the things that we get to eat. In the meals of Jesus, we also see that he always begins with thanks. Think back to when we read about the feeding of the 5,000. He takes the food and he thanks God for it. He blesses it. We're going to, in a few weeks' time, think about the Last Supper. And again, in the midst of that meal, he pauses and he thanks God. For a few years now, as a missional community, we have stolen the American idea of Thanksgiving. And in November, we will gather together as many people as possible around our table. It's absolute carnage. And we will together cook a Thanksgiving meal. I wouldn't recommend the sweet potato marshmallow thing. That is awful. Don't do that. But the turkey that was the size of my son's head was just amazing. Sharing a meal together of Thanksgiving was so much fun. And so we try to do that quite regularly now. And we cook a big feast and all of us are involved in doing it. And before we eat, we stand up each at a time and just say one thing that we are thankful for. We include our non-Christian friends and we say you can say thank you to God or you can just be thankful for something. And every single person shares something that they're thankful for about that week or about that year. It's a really wonderful way of capturing how good God is to us. The second meal that I want to talk about today is Fun Fridays. The story that I love most at the beginning of John is when Jesus turns water into wine. I just love this story. You can find it in John 2. Do have a read. Weddings are so great, aren't they? A celebration of somebody's love for another, bringing everybody together and usually having an extended and wonderful meal. They're full of fun, they're full of friends, they're full of family, they're full of love. The times that Jesus had a meal together were always full of fun. They might have had teachable moments and they might have had moments of mission and salvation, but they would have always had fun attached to them. However, think back to that wedding when the wine ran out. The wine running out would have been so significant. It would have been a shameful moment for the family. Goodness me, how has the wine run out? But more than that, it would have meant that the fun was over. Jesus didn't want that. He didn't want the fun to end because people were enjoying themselves and celebrating the good things of God. So he performs his first miracle. He extends the family fun so it could go on into the next day and into the next day, as was the tradition of the time. Being a Christian is meant to be a lot of fun. It's meant to involve laughter and joy. It's meant to celebrate the good things that are going on in our lives, even if times are hard. It's about having fun with other people. Often we view our meals as a necessity rather than an opportunity for fun. We cook something quickly, 15-minute meals, 20-minute meals, or even a microwave meal, and we eat it on the run or in front of the TV or just not pause and stop and enjoy it. I've got some ideas that you might want to try this week that hopefully put the Thanksgiving and the fun back into our meals. Firstly, you might want to do what we do as our missional community and have a thank you meal. Gather people around a table, all cook together, because believe me, that's always a lot of fun. And then just go round and share something that you're thankful for that day and maybe turn that into prayer. Maybe you want to do a piece of artwork that you then turn into a food mat. You could draw something about what you're thankful for that day. We would love to see families do this together. Draw something on a piece of A4 paper or fill an A4 piece of paper with as many things that you want to thank God for. Laminate it and then use that as a placemat over the next few weeks. Every time you eat, put it down and have a look at it and remember all the amazing things that God has done. Number 3 though, maybe you want to organise a fun meal. An opportunity to have a laugh and do something different. We've tried to do a number of things like this. We've had our Great Bowthorpe Bake Off where we invited our neighbours to come and everybody had to bring a cake or something that they had baked themselves and the children all judged them and we had a laugh around whose was the best cake, who was the worst cake, whose was the most creative cake, whose was the one that didn't quite go so well. Why don't you turn something like a meal into fun? You could have a pie off where everybody brings a pie and you taste it. You could have a stew off or a pizza party, or you could even have like a themed party. I have a friend at the moment who's trying to cook something from every World Cup football country as they eat together. So you could try and cook food from different parts of the world and share that together. Let's put the fun back into eating. Yes, it might take a bit of effort. Yes, it might take a bit of time, but it's always worth it. Having fun together as we not only cook and we eat. It captures something of who God is, because God is someone who provides great things for us, who we should be so thankful for. But also, he created opportunities for fun that are good, that are great. Look at Jesus' meals. They were fun. And they were full of creativity. And I guess that's our challenge for you over this coming week. We'd love again to hear how you're getting on. So do post on the Facebook page. We'd love to see your Fun Fridays, your Thanksgiving Thursdays, and keep in touch with what is going on. Have a great week.